Hello everyone, you have come to Tata Comic Preview channel. Let read together. Have fun. Although some might consider what Zhou was doing as a deception, he did not think so. After all, he did kill 2 blackguards and Wu Guangbing. Based on these 3 deaths alone, he was certain the blackguards did not doubt his strength. Moreover, he was not entirely without means to fight now. He still had some supreme mystic power left, and he had more than 100,000 merit points. With these, it was not difficult to intimidate these 4 people. Even Wuya was convinced of his master's strength. In the past, in order to deceive his enemies, he needed to consider many factors to ensure his success. He needed to know his enemies inside out to make good use of them. It was one of the reasons he had founded the Darknet in the Golden Lotus domain. Nevertheless, all his schemes and deceptions were nothing in front of his master's absolute power. Due to his master's peerless strength, his master's method was much more straightforward compared to his. After all, what need is there for his master to be deceptive when his master was so strong? Shinsher thought about it for a moment before he said, "We only know how to use the runic passage. We don't know how to build or create it. How do you use it?" In order to use the runic passage, one has to have 3 birth charts, at least. To gather primal chi to use the runic passage, one can use talismans to gather primal chi. One could use energy stones as well, but that would be too wasteful. Since the blackguards are always in groups of 3, it's easy for us to use the runic passage. The higher the cultivation base, the smoother the journey will be. We don't get to choose the runic passage we use, it's all up to the rune masters to decide. As for the exact locations of the runic passages, no one knows for sure. "This is all I know," Shinshi said. Zhou turned and glanced at Wuya before he asked, "Do you have any questions for them?" Wuya looked at Shinshi and asked, "Is there a woman named Lianxing in the Black Tower Council?" Shinshi shook her head and said, "No. Not that I know of." "Are you sure?" "The Black Tower Council keeps a record of its members. After joining the Black Tower Council, one's name will be recorded. I've seen the record before, and I don't remember seeing this name. Could it be an alias?" "The Black Tower Council doesn't have the habit of using aliases." Wuya frowned. No one knew what he was thinking about. Zhou nodded. "Last question. What kind of formation flags did you use earlier in the Eastern Forest Mountains Basin?" "The 8 desolate and 6 harmony flags," Shinshi said as his eyes brightened. "To tell you the truth, the 8 desolate and 6 harmony flags should have 8 flags occupying 8 specific positions. However, since we had only 5 flags earlier, the strength was much weaker." Zhou's expression remained unchanged as he said, "All right. That's all." Zhou, naturally, knew the implications behind Shinshi's words. Shinshi meant to say that no matter how weak the blackguards seemed, they were not completely useless. However, how could he be impressed? He had more than one universe grade, or fusion weapon, in his hand. Just the sea spirit pearl alone was enough to break their thousands upon thousands of energy swords earlier. Shinshi asked, "May I ask how I should address you, Senior?" "My surname is Liu." "Senior Liu, we'll take our leave now. We've already told everything I know. There's a time limit given to use by the Black Tower Council, so we have to return now to report to the council," Shinshi said. "Wait." Zhou stopped them. Shinshi was taken aback. "Senior Liu, are you going back on your words?" The 3 blackguards were instantly on guard. They looked at Zhou and Wuya warily. Zhou shook his head and said, "I always keep my word. When you return, pretend you don't know anything about Wu Guangbing's matter." Shinshi said, "Of course." They were not stupid. If they revealed what they had seen, how could they live? How could Wu Guangbing, one of the 4 judges of the Black Tower Council, die when the blackguards survived? Even if they reported, they would have to provide concrete evidence. Otherwise, they would only be charged with dereliction of duty or something worse. Zhou waved his sleeves. The 4 blackguards exchanged a look before they left. An hour later, the blackguards appeared in a forest. The other captain asked, Shenxi, aren't you afraid the Black Tower Council will pursue this matter? Things have already escalated to this extent, do we have a choice? Don't always think about your duty to the council. Remember that the Black Tower Council only treats us as chess pieces. But there are no buts. If you want to live, just do as I say, Shenxi said. Aren't you afraid that I'll tell on you? If you want to die, you can report me to the council. In any case, do you think the council will believe you? Wu Guangping is dead. He's an 8-chart expert. Do you really have the guts to say you were there to witness his death? Shenxi said gravely, remember what should and shouldn't be said. Then, what about this Lu person? I don't know, Shenxi said, just treat him as a birth chart beast that we lost to some other forces. Then what about our injuries? Bear with it. Times have changed. Previously, I wanted to lead the conflict in the council to him. However, he's too terrifying. Black Guardian. Doesn't this mean we injure ourselves in vain? Meanwhile, Zhou and Wuya made their way back to the Easter Forest Mountain. Di Jiang quickly caught up from behind. Before long, they saw thousands of cultivators standing near the stone forest in an orderly fashion. Wuya looked over and said, Master, there's movement over there. When the thousands of cultivators saw Zhou and Wuya flying back, they bowed almost at the same time. Greetings, Senior. Xian Chengzi, Mo Xinglu, and Zhang Yan stood respectfully at the lead. Earlier, when Zhenghai and Shangrong sprouted the 10th leaf, they had sensed the shift in energy and rushed over here. Zhou's figure flashed and appeared in front of the 3 sects with his hands on his back. It's you? Xian Chengzi, Mo Xinglu, and Zhang Yan wore sheepish expressions on their faces. Mo Xinglu said, it's a misunderstanding. It's all a misunderstanding. We came here to ask for forgiveness from Senior. Ask for forgiveness? Zhou glanced at the trio. We were blind if we knew it was Senior Lu, even if we had the courage of a lion, we wouldn't have dared to fight for the life hearts. Zhang Yan said nervously. Zhou said, I've always been a reasonable person. Of the 3 birth chart beasts, 2 were attracted by my disciples, and 1 was attracted by your disciple. Do you want the life heart? He lifted his hand, and Chu's life heart appeared in his hand. The crystal clear life heart attracted everyone's attention immediately. At this moment. Woof. 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 Xiongqi began to bark when it sensed the life heart. The people from the evil sky pavilion looked over, inwardly amazed. Zhou extended his hand in front of Zhang Yan. Upon seeing this, Zhang Yan kneeled on one knee and hastily said, No, no, no. This doesn't belong to me. The beast should have been attracted by your disciples as well. Really? Can 2 of them attract 3 birth chart beasts? Zhou asked, puzzled. Zhang Yan said, there's nothing absolute in this world. Although birth chart beasts are said to have territorial awareness, the 2 Shangaos and Chu appeared in the same place. If it's your disciples, let alone 3, it's even possible for them to attract 5 birth chart beasts. My disciple hasn't even stabilized the 10-leaf stage, he can't possibly attract so many birth chart beasts. I'm relieved to hear that. Then I'll take the 3 life hearts. Zhou nodded and longer dwelled on this matter. He tossed the life hearts to his disciples. Zhenghai caught the 3 life hearts immediately. Zhang Yan hurriedly nodded and said, it's a matter of course for you to keep the 3 life hearts. Our Seeking Heaven sect is also very reasonable. Well said. However, it's a pity your disciple died in vain. You've sacrificed too much just to take down the birth chart beasts, Zhou said with a sigh. Taking down fierce beasts is the responsibility of all humans. How can we talk about dying in vain or sacrificing too much when we're doing our duty? Thank you for your concern, Senior. Zhang Yan said with a red face. Following that, Zhou shifted his gaze to Mo Xinglu and Xian Chengzi. Both of you. Senior Lu, we've met before at the Skywheel Mountain Range. Mo Xinglu took the initiative to say. Lu Zhou nodded and asked, both of you are also looking for birth chart beasts? Xian Qingzi and Mo Xinglu nodded awkwardly. How could they dare to say no? Old senior, is there anyone who doesn't want to be a birth chart expert? I'd be lying if I said no. All these years, both our sects have been searching for birth chart beasts. I don't know why birth chart beasts are so rare, Xian Qingzi said. Honesty is a virtue. I wouldn't have liked it if you lied. Lu Zhou stroked his beard and nodded. He looked at the mountain range in the eastern forest mountain before he continued to say, since you're already at the 10-leaf stage, there's no need to rush. There are many birth chart beasts. Sooner or later, you'll be able to capture one. Xian Qingzi nodded. With senior's words, I can rest assured. We want to apologize for our earlier transgression. Lu Zhou said, there's no need to apologize. Not only am I reasonable, but I've always been merciful as well. Xian Qingzi, Mo Xinglu, and Zhang Yan were delighted and bowed to Lu Zhou. As expected of an awe-inspiring thousand realms whirling expert. Such majestic bearing and magnanimity. At this moment, Lu Zhou suddenly sighed. It would be great if we can find fire spirit stones. Everyone knew how rare fire spirit stones were. Even the entire Sky Marshal Court only had a few of them. The trio was stunned as they instinctively looked at the old man in front of them. An air of melancholy and worry, as though he had seen the vicissitudes of life, lingered around him. Mo Xinglu hesitated for a moment before she gritted her teeth and said, Senior Lu, if you don't mind, the true Kunlun sect is willing to offer you a fire spirit stone. Upon seeing this, Zhang Yan and Xian Qingzi hurriedly said, we're also willing to offer you a fire spirit stone. Lu Zhou looked at Mo Xinglu in surprise. You have a fire spirit stone? Mo Xinglu said, over the last 1,000 years, the disciples of the true Kunlun sect have been searching for birth chart beasts everywhere. They didn't find birth chart beasts, but they found a fire spirit stone. It's extremely rare, and one needs 3 stones for it to be of any use. It's useless for me to keep this one fire spirit stone, so I might as well give it to Senior Lu. Zhang Yan and Xian Qingzi chimed in again. Sect Master Mo is right. It's better to give it to Senior Lu. Lu Zhou's expression was extremely kind as he said, how can that be? How can I just receive without giving? How about this? I'll give you a life heart in exchange for the fire spirit stone. Mo Xinglu shook her head and said with a smile, no, I can't possibly accept the life heart. This is a sincere gift from the true Kunlun sect to Senior Lu. It wouldn't feel sincere if I accept something in exchange for it. Moreover, it's better to leave the life hearts to your disciples. They need it more than I do. There's still plenty of time in the future for me to look for one. There's no rush. I'm already grateful that I was fortunate enough to meet Senior Lu. Before Mo Xinglu came here, she had already learned that the people from the Evil Sky Pavilion were all Lu Zhou's people. Apart from a group of experts with profound cultivation bases, they had just gained 2 new 10-leaf cultivators. Therefore, she knew Lu Zhou needed the life hearts. This Lu Zhou hesitated. Senior Lu, please accept it. Mo Xinglu bowed. Xian Qingzi and Zhang Yan bowed as well. Please accept it, Senior. Lu Zhou stroked his beard and nodded. In that case, I'll accept it. Just send the fire spirit stones to the Sky Marshal Court. Thank you, Senior Lu. Mo Xinglu straightened her back and said, then, we won't disturb you any further. I'll make sure you receive the fire spirit stone within 3 days. Thank you. See you in the future. The trio looked delighted as they led the thousands of cultivators toward the mountain range in the eastern forest mountain. Ming Shirin, who was standing in the forest, had witnessed the entire thing. He muttered to himself, as expected, the older, the wiser. Clank. The overlord's spear fell to the ground, attracting everyone's attention. Duanmu Sheng hurriedly picked up before he scratched his head sheepishly. Master, I'd be embarrassed to stab people with my spear if you handle matters in this manner. The best tactic is to defeat the enemy without force, Si Wuya said. Lu Zhou said, slightly annoyed, you talk too much. I know I'm wrong. Si Wuya bowed. Lu Zhou turned around to look at Yu Zhenghai and Yu Shangrong, who were standing next to the stone forest formation. He asked, "How's the sprouting of the 10th leaf?" Yu Zhenghai smiled and manifested his avatar without saying a word. Buzz. A 200-foot golden avatar appeared before everyone's eyes as golden flames surged. Apart from the color not being as vivid, it was rather similar to Lu Zhou's 10-leaf avatar. Everyone from the Evil Sky Pavilion looked at the golden avatar enviously. Not only did Yu Zhenghai successfully sprouted the 10th leaf, but he had also gained the karmic fire. The color of the karmic fire was light. It looked as though a little yellow was mixed into the gold. At this moment, Yu Zhenghai looked at Yu Shangrong, who was standing next to him, and said, "Second junior brother, I hope you don't mind this since master wanted to see my avatar." Yu Shangrong did not pay attention to Yu Zhenghai. He only cupped his fists together at his master and said, "Master, I was lucky enough to successfully sprout the 10th leaf." He seemed much more relaxed compared to Yu Zhenghai. Buzz. Another golden avatar appeared. Everyone looked at Yu Shangrong. The 4 elders of the Evil Sky Pavilion walked closer, curious. "Mr. First." Sorry, excuse me." Pan Litian, Lang Luo, Zhou Yushu, and Hua Wudao walked past Yu Zhenghai one after another. Yu Zhenghai. Only Ming Shirin rode Xiongqi to Yu Zhenghai's side and said ingratiatingly, "Eldest senior brother, I'm here to look at your avatar." "Get out of my way," Yu Zhenghai said. "Okay, eldest senior brother. How would you like me to get out of your way? Should I roll away? Do you want me to somersault away? Do you prefer a front somersault or a back somersault? I can even do a horizontal somersault," Ming Shirin said as he stood on Xiongqi's back. Woof. 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 Yu Zhenghai clearly had a 10-leaf avatar with karmic fire. Why did it feel so worthless at this moment? He shook his head and moved closer to have a look as well. Was an avatar with a lotus so interesting? After the 4 elders of the Evil Sky Pavilion carefully observed the changes in the avatar, Pan Litian exclaimed, "So it looks like this at the 10-leaf stage." "It looks much more human without the golden lotus," Zhou Yushu said with bright eyes. 10 golden leaves revolved around the golden avatar. It was much more comfortable to look at compared to an avatar with a lotus. Perhaps, the 4 elders were also in the same boat as Yu Shangrong. They kept looking at his avatar and did not pay attention to Yu Zhenghai's karmic fire avatar at all. Under normal circumstances, Yu Shangrong would not put his avatar on display for everyone to see. However, his master had ordered him to stand aside. Therefore, he only stood at the side with his arms crossed as he looked into the distance with an indifferent expression on his face. After a moment, Lang Luo asked, "Without the lotus, there'll be no birth palace. How can he activate his birth chart then?" Everyone looked at Lang Luo. Why did this old man suddenly put his foot in his mouth? Alas, Lang Luo could not take back what he said. Little Yuan skipped to Yu Shangrong's side and said with a smile, "Second senior brother, it's okay. Even without activating your birth chart, I believe you can kill all those 1,000 realms whirling experts." Yu Shangrong raised his hand and patted little Yuan's head before he said, "Little junior sister, it seems like you know me best." At this moment, Kong walked over and said, "Second senior brother, I'm the little junior sister now. I heard you were the first to sever the lotus back then. For this reason alone, you're the strongest." Yu Shangrong smiled indifferently. "I'll remember what little junior sister said. With your words, it doesn't matter even if I can't enter the 1,000 realms whirling. Nevertheless, the road of cultivation is long, so I won't give up easily." Yu Zhenghai. "Forget it. I'm the eldest, so I should give in sometimes." After that, Yu Zhenghai obediently withdrew his avatar. At this moment, Si Wuya said, "Since we have 3 life hearts, why don't we let second senior brother try activating his birth chart?" Everyone, including Yu Shangrong, turned to look at Si Wuya. After a moment, Yu Shangrong turned to look at his master. Lu Zhou stroked his beard as he studied the lotus-less golden avatar. Then, he extended his hand and said, "Life hearts." Zhenghai handed the two Shangao and she chose life hearts to Zhou. Zhou selected she choose life heart and said, let's try this first. Understood.